Welcome back. Joining me now is Tim Wood, and of course he's going to give us all of what's going on around town, which is always a lot, especially during this time of the year. But we're going to start with something that's really important. We have a fellow citizen who's gone through something really quite remarkable and needs some help in his recovery, and that's Wally Sumner. And I know there's a fundraiser coming up, and there's a GoFundMe page, so let's talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. Great to see you, Betsy.
Yeah.
So you guys had Captain Tony Hill in there last week to talk about Wally. Wally is he is like the unofficial mayor and sheriff of the Alljoy neighborhood, really the iconic neighborhood in Bluffton. He had a spinal stroke back in May, which is this very rare form of stroke. It's left him paralyzed from the neck down. The neighbors, I mean, he's just been such a staple there. They got together, they started this GoFundMe page. They had this fundraiser in town over last weekend, and I got an update from Laura Nelson this morning, and they raised over $10,000 at Cheap Seats Tavern 2 for the fund for the medical fund. The family lost it. 3 days after this happened, the family lost their health insurance. So it's just been a spiral of really bad stuff for the family, but hopefully good things ahead for Wally. There's been some positive signs of movement in his arms.
Excellent.
So we got to keep the word out there about the fundraiser.
Absolutely, and definitely hoping for a full recovery and anything we can do to help. And so, but impressive numbers, $10,000, that's a great start. So we're going to move to back to school. I can't believe I'm saying those words because it really can't be possible. But there's some important dates we should know about. What are those?
Absolutely. So just want to give folks a little primer on especially at the high school level. Bluffton High's set their open house schedule. That's where you can get your class schedule, pick up your devices, get your ID badge, buy your spirit wear. August 1st is the seniors and the juniors. August 5th is the freshmen and the sophomores. They'll have an open house on August 11th. Then May River is also getting back in the swing of things. They're having a new student night tomorrow night, July 28th from 6 to 7, where you can just get a feel for the school. Then they've got a full schedule August 1st through 5th of all the registrations for the classes, freshman through senior. Go online to their Facebook page, the best place to get the specific details for all the schools.
Thank you so much for those. That's a lot of dates, so important to know those. Now we're going to switch gears a little bit. We've got a couple that's going on quite an exceptional road trip. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. This is so cool. Camper vans have become all the rage.
Yes.
And Jeffrey and Beth Robertson have started a cross-country journey. They're Bluffton residents. They started a cross-country journey, and they've started a travel blog, a website called On the Rogue Again, ROGUE.com. And they're documenting their travels across the country in their travel van. Not a great start. The first couple of days, they had to spend like $500 in repairs. They nearly broke their iPhone, but they're resilient. They're making their way, and they're not the only ones. I wanted to also give a shout out to my friend Darren Davely. He is on the road. He's been on the road for a couple of months now, and he's been sharing all his shots from his camper van out. I think he's out in Oregon at the moment. So wow. He's got a little head start on the Robertsons, but really cool to see adventurous spirits out on the road.
Absolutely, and you're right, those vans are all the rage right now, and let's hope it goes a little more smoothly for the Robertsons the rest of the way, for sure. We've got about a minute left. I know we have a couple things we wanted to get to. Dwon Fields has a book coming out, and there's some business happening, so as much as we can get to in the next 50 seconds.
You got it. So big shout out to Dwon Fields. We've talked about him, the father of DJ Fields. He is part of a new book anthology that's coming out this fall, and it's called The King in Me Transforms the Man I See, an Image in the Mirror anthology. He's just going to share his story of overcoming just throughout his life and the latest obstacles. Really great way for folks to know more about Dwon's story. And then in terms of businesses, Messick's Old Country Store's having a grand opening on August 6th. Wanted to just get that on people's calendar. Cork's Cork's Wine Bar had their farewell concert on July 23rd, but do not fret, they're coming back this fall over in Moss Creek. So, and they're coming back as Uncorked Wine Bar, Food and Music. So it's great for the Ritters. Unfortunate to lose them out of Old Town, but they'll still be in the Lowcountry.
Yeah, but great to not lose them completely. Tim, as always, it's good to see you and always great information. Thanks so much.
You got it, Betsy. Thanks.
Learn all about the Lowcountry Habitat for Humanity after a quick break.